So first I want to introduce to you Zach and Laurie Jones, and part of our youth group, most of them were here the very first service, we call Ignition. So guys, come on up.
Well, good morning. No, I did not forget my lines. In that awkward 10-second silence that you just experienced, one child on this earth just left because he died or she died from starvation. And in the short time it takes us to complete this presentation, 60 of those little lives will have also departed from this earth because they do not have enough food, clean water, medical attention to survive, thrive, and become like this great-looking bunch of teenagers you see up here. I have the privilege of working with them week in, week out, and it's a great thing. Do you know what? If you were born in America and you are here, do you know what? You're actually rich. Most of us don't think that way. But let me tell you, the poverty level in our country is $21,954 a year. So if you only make $21,954 a year, you're considered to live at the poverty level in our country. Now, that's a meager income, I'll admit. But you know what? If you make that much money compared to other people living in the world, you are the 644,380,480th richest person in the world. Now we have about, 7 billion people in the world? That's not too bad to rank up there, 644 million. You're in the top 10.37% of the richest people in the world if you make that $21,954 a year. Now, where did I find these statistics? You can all go home. You can go online. You can go to globalrichlist.com, plug in your salary, and you can find out how you rank compared to everyone else in the world. Where do you rank as far as your wealth, your riches? Do you know what? The average person in other countries lives on less than $1.25 a day. $1.25 a day. Can't buy much in our country for $1.25. I think you can get one burrito at Taco Bell, maybe. Why did we do this? Why did we do the 30-hour famine? Because in James chapter 1, verse 27, we're told this: pure and genuine religion in the sight of God the Father means caring for orphans and widows in their distress and refusing to let the world corrupt you. I have a big place in my heart for people in other countries who don't have what we have. Living in America is like winning the lottery every day, and we take it for granted. So what was the 30-hour famine? The 30-hour famine is an event that's put on every year by World Vision. Has anyone ever heard of World Vision? Raise your hand if you've heard of World Vision for me. Good. So World Vision is a global organization. They bring in billions of dollars a year, and they send people out to help children in need all across this earth. And when I came to these students, I gave them a challenge. I said, I want you guys to try to raise $2,500 so that we can take it and we can give it to those people in need. And I'm happy to report that these students raised $2,178. Good job, guys. So we came pretty close to our goal. I was really happy with them. So we spent 30 hours fasting. These students stopped eating lunch on Friday, April 29th, and they didn't eat again until Saturday, April 30th at dinner time. And they could only drink juice, water, Gatorade. We played lots of games. We had some games that involved food because I was pretty mean. And even though we couldn't eat, they had to do some games with food. And we built great relationships. Then we went down on Saturday morning to World Vision, Saturday afternoon actually, excuse me. We served there. We packaged up great big boxes of clothing to send to different countries where people don't have clothes to wear. And it's a great experience. If you haven't ever been to World Vision, I'd recommend you go down there and volunteer sometime. It's a great organization. So that's what we did. And what we're going to have now is I'm going to have a few of the students share about their experience, what it was like, what they enjoyed, and you'll get to hear from them. So first we're going to have Josiah Ferris.
Thank you, Zach. Good afternoon, everybody. There are many words to describe the 30-hour famine. Fun. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. It was incredible. Eye-opening to realize how many kids die a day. Humbling to realize that you are one of the richest people in the world. And it was life-changing. That's what I walked away with. Now, going into it, I first thought, oh boy, lucky me. I don't get to eat for 30 hours. I'm real lucky. But I am. I wasn't very excited about it first until I figured out how many kids were going. Because, you see, it wasn't like church. Our parents didn't have to pull our keisters out of bed to get us up and ready. We wanted to go, we wanted to raise the money, and we wanted to make the difference. I know that's what impacted me the most. To see us, junior high and high school kids, coming together and helping people that we don't even know. So, how was the 30-hour famine? Incredible. It definitely reminded me that together, we can really make a difference. Thank you.
Well said. All right, Sammy Hart's going to share about her experience.
Hi. The 30-hour famine for me was like an experience for a lifetime. I thought it was just going to be like a simple thing where we're going to go, not going to eat, but it was so much more. Sure, not eating for 30 hours was difficult, but it also made me realize that people in Africa, they have to do that on a daily basis, and I couldn't imagine doing that. It was more than just eating, not eating. It was playing fun games, going to World Vision, raising money for kids in Africa so they do have an opportunity to eat. And it was so much fun just getting to bond with everybody that went, because now I feel a whole lot more comfortable to everybody here. And it was just like eye-opening. So it was changed me for sure. And I cannot wait to go back next year.
All right. Well, the 30-hour famine definitely impacted my life. It really opened my eyes to see what people face every day all around the world. I got really close to my church family, and I'm really excited about that. We really spent a lot of quiet time with God and everything, and it was just amazing playing all the fun games and stuff like that. And it really changed the way I look at the world and the way I look at food. Now every time I go after school and open my refrigerator, I'm not like, ooh, what do I want? Sweet, salty, I mean, I think there are kids that don't even get to look forward to a little bit of food for the next week. And it's so exciting to know that I raised $300 for kids all around the world, and it just makes me feel amazing. And I am so excited to do it next year. Thanks.
We got one more. We got one more last one. One more person is going to share. Ari's going to share.
Well, good morning. My name's Ariana, and I'm 17 years old, and I participated in this year's 30-hour famine. At first, I walked into it kind of like not really having any real expectations, just like, oh, I'm going to go with my youth group, we're going to go have fun, and yeah. And then we played like a lot of fun games, and then we were placed in these scenarios where we had to pretend we were tribal people from Haiti, and after the earthquake, they had nothing, so we had to act like we had nothing. And then after that, we had student-led worship, and for some odd reason, I call it odd because I worship all the time, but I've never felt God's presence like that night, and it was amazing. I cried because of it, because I hadn't felt the Lord personally in such a long time. And then, I just felt like he had renewed my heart totally, and